Hello everyone. Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage Randomized. So, a couple things. I had to update all of these mods and such, so the save data from the previous one is gone. So, we're going to be doing one more run. This will be the final one I do. If anything happens to it, I'm going to switch to another thing so I don't oversaturate you guys with the same thing over and over. But, since everything is updated, I took the liberty of adding a few things, some extra emblem mods and such. Other than that, though, it's just now the mods are all new and better. So the game also runs smoother, so there should be less problems. There was something I wanted to do. Oh, right. It doesn't really matter. So, we're going to be cycling back to a male Lear. We're going to call him as per the usual. Yep, there we go. Boom. Hard mode, classic, random growths, no online, and begin. So, let's see what we're working with. Hopefully, it'll be something cool. Okay, a Tamara Lord again, just like the first run.
Vander!
Alright. Armored Knight Lord, Fell Child, Jade. Alright, let's take a look at our Armored Knight Lord. Tamara. With Dark Gallop Personal. That is pretty good. She just gets +3 movement for free. Growth rates, 60% HP, 35% strength, 25% magic, 65% dex, 45% speed, 70% defense, 60% res, and 25% luck. Good tank growths. I do need to fix something real quick, because it is displaying next level, which is not something I want. Oh yeah, I'll also turn off guide display while I'm in here. There we go. Alright. So she's pretty good tank-wise. Offensive stats aren't going to level all that well. Probably need to reclass her to fix that. Louis, though. Spur emblems as a personal. Let's take a look at that. Just now still engaging it. Okay, pretty good. Pretty nice personal. 100% HP growth, 60% strength, 30% magic, 30% dex, 20% speed, 40% defense, 55% res, and 20% luck. These growths don't really matter, but he has decent growths. Probably not going to be used long term, though.
Ready for anything.
Let us begin. Yeah, Tamara takes 0 damage from the enemies on this map thanks to having a monstrously high starting defense stat. That also means the enemies might prioritize attacking Louis because they don't do damage to Tamara.
This isn't so bad.
Alright. Hi, Kaketsu. We'll look at you next map. Owie. Okay, they do attack her. Yada, run. Book of Worlds is a personal. That's interesting. I'll take a look at that later. Let's keep working. Here's the default test orb face. I am gonna have Vander run up, Louis run up that way, just in case I need help in the ladder section. Yeah, get him, Rosato! And you missed an 80. Amazing. Okay. So, if things go well, and I don't miss another 80, I should defeat all 3 of them on enemy phase, and everything will progress as normal. Rosato's gonna get hit a bit. Owie, it hurts. No, Rosato. 1.
That was fun. Thanks.
Great job, Tamara. Don't miss another 80. There we go. And 1 more. Boom.
That's how a princess does it.
Okay, and now we skip through, and we get our first emblem. Oh, is that Low-Star Rush? Yeah, Low-Star Rush. Okay, that's neat. Close Vantage and Hobble, which Hobble is useless because I don't have a knife. Giving 1 strength, 2 magic, 1... Okay, bolting weapon. That's pretty interesting. Can I Low-Star Rush? I cannot. Okay, so this version of the randomizer, unlike the previous one, seems to actually still restrict these to their specific weapon types, which is a bit disappointing. Yeah. Oh well. We'll be fine. Why does the bolting only have 5 range? Why does the bolting only have 5 range? What? Isn't the bolting supposed to have more range than that? Yeah, engaging does nothing for me here. Let's move Louis up in case I want to use him. Yeah, Tamara gets nothing out of this emblem.
I trust in you.
Other than 1 bonus strength. Dex speed, defense level. We'll take it. Now she takes 0 damage from these enemy axe users right here. Which means it's physically impossible for me to lose this map. Even if I were to just unequip everything and do nothing. And then on enemy phase, I will defeat them. So it's just end turn. Cling dong.
Allow your soul the rest it deserves.
And ting wom.
I trust in you.
There we go. And just like that, Tamara clears. It's that simple. As is usual with these sorts of things, the first 2 maps, maybe even the 3rd map. Oh, nope, that's my test save. I do not want to mess with that. We're going to put this here. I do not want to get rid of my test save because that is important. I thought I turned off the guide display. I did. That just shows up guaranteed, which is annoying. Alright, game, I nut. Let's move on to the next chapter.
Let's head to the castle.
As is usual, the first few chapters are going to be pretty easy. It's just going to give us our starting few units. Alright. Another change this mod does as well is that it changes Lumera's class to fit the promoted version of whatever your lord started as. That way her liberation is still the same. So 6 might, 4 weight lance. Is that better than the slim lance? 5 might, 5 weight. Yeah, it's better than the slim lance. So so I definitely want that. Plus, it's easy to upgrade. Let's take a look at our other new units. Kagetsu, who has convoy access. He has a 90% HP growth, 40% strength, 25% magic, 40% dex, 40% speed, 25% defense, 30% res, and 40% luck. Nothing amazing, nothing stellar. But an archer is nice. I just wish he had a real bow. But let's look at Melusine Rosado with the Book of Worlds passive. Book of Worlds is a personal. 80% HP, 35% strength, 30% magic, 55% dex, 65% speed, 55% defense, 35% res, and 35% luck. His growths are decent. I wish he had better offensive growths. But we can work with him for now. Kagetsu and Rosado are probably getting replaced later down the line. Completely and utterly honestly.
Of course.
I think how I do this is I want the archer. I want the archer dead, but I want to feed the kill to Tamara because Tamara is my long-term unit. I genuinely don't think Rosado and Kagetsu are lasting long enough to warrant feeding them anything yet. Unless the units I get next chapter prove to be so obscenely bad, despite them starting 3 whole levels up from my initial crew. Let's give Kagetsu some chippy XP. I don't have a healer. Yeah. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Now we're just going to have Louis take this out.
My apologies.
There we go. Alright. Now we got to take care of you. Oh, actually, you have you have a personal here. What is it? Divine Spirit. That's it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I can get big chip with Rosado. I didn't mean to do this. Oh well, I guess we're feeding Rosado one of the kills. If he hits both of these. You may have noticed when I was looking at menu stuff in the previous map. Okay, missing 270s, sure. But yeah, when I was looking at the menus in the previous map, I had access to the Draconic Time Crystal. I am going to avoid using that wherever possible. Because I'm not supposed to have it. So I'm going to try to avoid using it. Oh, why am I missing so much? That doesn't even set up the kill for Tamara.
At your service.
Unless the bolting is able to. Alright, we're just going to shoot a bolting and see if it hits. It misses. Alright. 270s again, Rosado. You just have to land 270s. There we go.
Fantastic.
This bolting is really bad. Like, why? Why is this bolting so bad, genuinely? Okay. Let's get Tamara the engage meter. Tamara having really good defenses is definitely going to be helpful. Also, Rosado being as fast as he is going to help.
Victory pose.
Rosado might be a bit more useful than I initially thought. That speed, that 9 speed base might actually come in
I am full of
decent
vigor.
handy. With 60% speed growth and 9 speed base, you might actually do something neat. What's your emblem, actually? The Binding Blade with Divine Pulse. Yikes. I don't like that. I hate the archer on this map. See how he does that all the time. 1, 2, sets up a kill perfectly. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move you over here so that I can put you here and feed this to you. The archer shouldn't do any damage to Tamara as far as I'm concerned. If she gets a defense level up here, then definitely not. HP Dex resistance. I'll take it. Could have been better. Yeah, 13, 13. Yeah, he is not doing damage. I'm going to set up like this. Yep, as I expected. So now I can actually take him out. I think I'm going to stack Book of Worlds on him. I have no idea if it's actually working, and I won't know until I attack.
Hold nothing back.
I will not know until I attack Lumera. Go, Tamara! This time, instead of her becoming an Ivy Wing Tamer, she's probably going to stick to a physical class. Hopefully... Oh, okay, that was weird. Canter? Oh, Canter! This emblem now does something for Tamara. Okay, but... As I was going to say, hopefully promoting into General or Great Knight will give her better growth rates and strength and such. Let's set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, that's 6. 1, 2. So I'm out of range by standing here. Let's set up 3 Book of Worlds stacks. Should be the freeze, fire, and chip damage ones. That was incredible. She moved. Oh, I skipped the crit. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out if this actually works. Go, Book of Worlds. Yes, it does. Okay, Book of Worlds does indeed work. Nice. So now she is completely frozen in place. So all it will take is a bolting to take care of it. Let's do it. This is certainly more of a challenge.
I'm so sorry. You've won.
Ag. And just like that, Lumera's beaten. Another easy map done and dusted. Now we can move on to the first challenging map of a randomizer. This map's only really challenging because, what was I going to say about it? It's only really challenging because of the number of enemies that are thrown at you at the start. Because I have Tamara, I can just completely wall off enemies on this map. I hardly have anything. I pretty much have nothing to worry about. This is going to be so easy. Hopefully, of the 3 units that join this map, at least one of them ends up being a useful long-term unit. Alright. But for now, let's start by setting up right here with the Liberation. Meanwhile, over here,
Come and face
you
me.
are not safe. I'll put you there. You have 10 defense. You have 10 defense? That's kind of absurd, honestly. Melusines are tanky. I forgot to check, is this Tome Melusine or Sword Melusine? Zephyr or Celestia? Do, 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 do. One, two. And the sword fighter moved in a way that blocks the flyer from attacking me. Great, thanks, Sword Fighter. Alright, what do we got? We got 3 units. Let's take a look at them. Starting with Lapis. Lapis is a sword armored knight with energized personal. Okay, whatever. 50% HP growth, 65% strength, 30% magic, 40% dex, 40% speed, 45% defense, 60% res, and 25% luck. Really good growths. These are some pretty good growths. Lower than average HP, a bit low on some of them, but 65 strength is really good.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll do it. Okay, we'll let that happen later. Citrine, she's a healer. Survival plan is neat. I do like that personal. 70% HP growth, 85% strength, 35% magic, 85% dex, 40% speed, 55% defense, 65% res, and 20% luck. She doesn't want to be a healer. Oh, she wants to murder people. She's going to be our early game healer, but I will reclass her into something that can make use of her monstrous strength stat. As for Gregory here, he's a thief. Fierce stance, +6 on enemy phase. +6 strength on enemy phase, that's really good. I like that. The confection knife, 60% strength, 60% speed, strength, no, okay. 60% HP, 60% strength, 40% magic, 40% dex, 80% speed, 30% defense, 45% res, and 55% luck. This is a good unit. All 3 of these are pretty good units. Why is it so quiet? I don't like that.
I won't let this go to my head.
I haven't realized how quiet it is. Yeah, Gregory. But Gregory seems like it could be pretty good.
Phew.
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, Citrine. Go ahead and heal up Rosado.
Aw, thanks.
We're gonna take out the sword unit. Boom. I'm gonna put you there. Now, how much damage are you taking? You're taking 11 damage. So if I were to put you, say, here, you'd be in range of just the one. They can't both double team on Louis, but one of them is gonna go for Louis to break. So we're gonna leave Louis here as bait for the break. And then we'll set up Rosado here. Alright, here comes the Javi. Attacks Rosado because he does damage to Rosado instead of trying to avoid the counter attack, which is weird. Alright, going for the break as I expected. And then the other guy is going to go for Kagetsu because he does a lot of damage. And then Kagetsu will counter with the mini bow. Nice. Then another attack on Rosado. I do think that Lapis here with her growths doesn't want to be an armored knight per se. Like the 60% strength growth. I feel like how much of that is she getting from armored knight? 20% of it. Okay. Wait, if she's getting... Does sword armor have different growths than lance armor? Yes, it does. Okay, sure. That's fair. Alright, let's take out this flyer.
That's how a princess does it.
More build, more speed, more defense. Very nice. Canter up.
An invitation?
Let's heal Kagetsu.
I could quiz you.
And then I'm gonna have Louis defeat this flyer. 1, 2. Louis isn't the strongest Jagan I could have
I can
gotten,
do more.
but he's handy. I like him. I want to take out the guy with the javelin. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So all 3 of these units are usable. I think we're definitely benching Kagetsu. He's getting out of here. And then we're benching... We're gonna bench Rosado eventually. Alright, you're gonna go for Kagetsu. You're gonna get countered for 13. Boom! Sets that up for anyone who wants it. Then they go for Rosado. Boom. Rosado gets his first level. You get speed, defense, res. Rosado is definitely has a handy use to fulfill. Let's heal Rosado.
Back in action.
Lovely. Love to see it. Let's now have... I'll feed Greg this kill, maybe? I think the way I'll do it is I'll set up this kill for Lapis. Because I feel like of all of the 3 units that I've obtained here, Lapis is the one that really needs the help the most to get her ball rolling. Gregory does need a bit of help, and Citrine is a healer at the moment, so she'll bloom into her own very soon. I need a javelin for Tamara soon. I hope I get one in chapter 4.
Thanks.
Why is this map silent? I don't like it.
I'm still quite capable. Tell me what to do.
I don't like how the music that this map is decided on is just wind noises. It is very disturbing. Ding. Boom. Alright, incoming enemy units. I did this on purpose. On purpose. So I'm just going to set up a small wall right here. And then move my guys back behind it. And let's heal them. Love having a healer this early in the game. It's almost as if the game was designed with you having a healer in these maps in mind. Alright, so you're gonna attack Rosado, no damage, boom. He should be at 5 stacks of Book of Worlds by now. Rosado's gonna get smacked, Oh, he dodged. 82, nice. So, the plan is rather simple.
I am full of vigor.
We're going to heal up Louis.
Why, thank you.
And then we're going to have
Let us be
Louis defeat this flyer here.
You were beautiful while you lasted.
Because we need to clear him out, and I don't want to have to waste my other units, because now you're going to one-round this archer, completely get rid of him. It does mean I'm not going to make use of my Book of Worlds stack at all, but oh well. I'll make do with whatever I can. we're going to have you defeat this enemy.
Alrighty.
Because of all the enemies, the most dangerous ones are those guys. Then I'm going to set you up to defeat this sword fighter. Because I do not want to face chain attacks. Then I can set up the skill for Lapis with Kagetsu. Boom. And just like that, I've cleaned up every enemy except the boss.
I won't waste this chance.
Thank you,
Don't waste my
Lapis.
time.
I definitely needed that. Alright, we're not going to get broken because we're a Lance Armor. And then we 1-2, Electric Boogaloo. I'd like to feed this kill to Tamara. But Rosado does too much damage. If she had 2 more points of HP, she'd survive. Let's see what I can do. I know. Let's try. I'm gonna use him for damage. 1, 2. I guess we'll just feed whatever chippy XP I can. Even with a slim sword. Why do they love joining with slim weaponry instead of iron? That is so annoying. I'm 1 damage off. Hang on. Do you do damage with the sword? No, you don't. And you don't do damage at all. Do I have any way, any means of increasing my strength or magic, my magic stat or her defense down? I don't. Best I can do is set it up. For someone else to get the kill. Oh well, let's just feed it to Rosado. Boom. And I get a free Vuln, and that's that. So, yeah. This is the first 3 chapters. We got some handy units. I like the units I got. Lapis, Gregory, and Citrine are going to be very handy. I think... Rosado might be useful if he gets lucky with his offensive growths. But that's going to be it. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll make sure to see you all next time. Like, subscribe, you know the drill.